line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 32. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and the Chargers are going to get themselves a fresh set of downs here. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race. But how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
Flushed out right. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. It's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play and gave up a bigger one instead.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Love with a give to Dillon. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
They'll look to run with Dillon. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. A.J. Dillon taking it in. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead.
Chargers 7, Steelers nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the 10. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And this is incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, but it's going to be second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
From the 21, it's second and 10. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give him credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Fielded at the 20. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Steelers, nothing.
The Charger drive about to get going. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now a second down throw for Love here. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now a handoff looking right. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run forward with Dillon. And he is not going anywhere. They stop it for no gain. He needed 2. He barely got back to the line of scrimmage. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll drop to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he's out right at the 25. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive. Right back to him on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 41-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Gonna give this time to the tailback. In on the tackle, the former All-Pro Chris Harris.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll look to throw. And he finds Howard complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll look to throw again. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it.
Intercepted. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
23 yards the pickup there. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion. You get the sense that they're saying, we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And that is going to be incomplete. The Steelers triumph, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7, brings up 2nd and 3.
Love looking to throw it, escaping the pressure right. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now Love. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now a carry for Dillon. T.J. Watt in on the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Again, it's Dillon. They will go for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll go with the keeper, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Jordan Love taking it in. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 10. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield.
The coverage that time was unbelievable the whole way around. I mean, you've got a quarterback just standing back there in the pocket. He had all night to survey the field, and he still couldn't find anybody. And when he finally did throw it, he threw it to the other team.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On second down, Dillon. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They run again with Dillon. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 3 on what will be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Dillon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 3rd down, Love flushed out right. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he could break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Dillon now on 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Second.
They run once more with Dillon. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Working out of the gun. Love. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Escaping, and he's going to go down again. T.J. Watt. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, let's go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. They'll get this quickly out to Claypool. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. Eluding the pressure right. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
Completion here to Claypool. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
That's caught by Howard. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dillon. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Whistles in a timeout at the 2:05 mark. So this defense wanting to get one more pause in before the 2-minute warning, and they do just that. The Chargers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Love from the gun. And that will be incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
A third down now, and those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understanding where they are in the field?
Throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And now it's second down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here. They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
They'll look to throw. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be a 2nd down. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. He had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached, being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick.
Harris. The 2nd down pass. Intercepted. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. Their coaching staff, they were pretty adamant beginning of the year. Our goal is to get to the Super Bowl. Well, they made it to the playoffs. That's part 1, but they fall a little bit short.
And to me, once again, it exemplifies just how difficult it is to not just make the playoffs, but to win games in the playoffs. So you can set your goals high, but